Does it make sense at this stage?
It's the mandatory, so we'll see. We didn't receive yet, but we will sit down next week and we make a decision what will be the right way to go. But definitely it's on the plate, no question.
Well, I asked that because usually these two companies, PBC, Top Rank, they're only going to make a fight if it's a Mayweather-Pacquiao level fight. Do you think that it can be made?
We have, especially me, a very good relation with Top Rank, and you know, a couple of my fighters is we fight. We should be Ramon Cardenas is with Top Rank. So this is one. We have no problem to make that deal. And now it's coming Edwin de los Santos with Davis. I mean, all this really...
Keyshawn Davis is fighting Edwin de los Santos?
God willing. we hope that we're almost ready. So there be no issue to make a fight with the science. The only thing is, you know, you never know in boxing change. Not every day, every minute, you know, so we see what happens because we need to negotiate and we have 1 month to make a decision, so this is what it means.
Is either fight easier to make, Ortiz or Zayas, or are they about as good?
No, the mandatory in this moment is science.
Right.
You know, so we cannot talk to the others, but it can be, you know, it could happen, a unification, so you overcome the mandatory.
If you're going to fight with like Bakram or IBF champion.
That's right. If you're the IBF champion, so automatic, then you need to wait a little bit longer. It's a young kid anyway, but in this moment, we're waiting for the letter of the WBO, and we try to respect them, not like the others.
Right.
You know, we will say it right away if we want it or we don't want it. We don't wait a month to make a decision. But if you have the opportunity to make much more money in a unification, that actually he will fight for the same money because he wants to reach the 4 titles. So, you know, I cannot make that decision as a promoter. It's all up to Fundora, but definitely the number one in this moment, that it could be science.
Is he biting off more than he can chew? Is he too young to beat your guy?
Look, it's the mandatory we need to honor.
Yeah.
The mandatory. We will do. The only thing that can happen is unification because it's more important than the money. Sebastian Fundora doesn't go parties and, you know, so he saves the money and he's making good money. And I believe that what he wants is to go as well as to have the 4 titles. To get that, so he need to wait a little bit longer, but maybe it's not available, so we're talking nonsense. But whatever my fighter decide, like in this case, David Benavidez, he wants to be the absolutely world champion of the WBC. He will not fight an interim championship anymore.
So is there no chance with Fundora he vacates? He wouldn't vacate the WBO because he wants to be undisputed?
He wants to be undisputed.
So that ain't happening?
No, the only thing is if he come out the opportunity to fight for the IBF, so he make an exception. And then he go back. But he will honor the mandatories. And because boxing is not only about money, but many boxers is sold for money, with all my respect. But sometimes you need to think about it, about the good for, you know, the sport.
Yeah.
I asked you earlier in the week the 2 best fights, in your opinion, Samson, for Sebastian. You told me wait till today to ask you now. In your opinion, what are those 2 best fights?
Well, it be the 2 champions, WBA, IBF, and definitely Science.
All right. I want to speak about David. What's the plan with David right now? What date are you guys looking for his return?
You're talking about David
Benavidez, yeah.
Yeah, because I have other things.
Oh, sorry. Benavidez.
Yeah. He will not fight without to be a full title of the WBC. He deserves it. And if Bivol doesn't take the fight, I recommend it to give up a title before April 8th as a gentleman. And then we see the future, because the future you don't know what it be. Like I said before, boxing change not every day, every minute. So I believe that that it could be Smith, that is something, but it's many others. But he will fight in September for the full title. So I recommend, not to fight. And if you want to go to a first meet, we well prepared with PBC. That most likely, it will earn the money that it deserves. Because remember, it was agreed with Canelo to fight for $5 million when Canelo making $60 million. And so doesn't care about the money. He cares about his legacy, to be the #1 Mexican that doesn't avoid any fights.
So when you heard the post that Turki said he wasn't interested in the fight, what was your reaction to that?
No, first he claimed that he won the best fights.
Mm-hmm.
And now, I want to be clear, I don't want to say two Russians. I want to say two foreigners, two people that America won, his own blood to be fighting. And the blood is David Benavidez, and it's the best fight. Because already we saw twice the same fight. Under 50,000 people saw that fight. So it's a good fight for people like us that we love boxing. But for the regular people, it doesn't care. And you see what happened? It was not a full stadium today. But people scream. It built the momentum for the fighter. And in Saudi, everybody is talking, watching the cell phone and talking with each other. And, hit nothing. It's like empty heart. And you cannot do that to the fighter. That is the reason that personally, I would never go to Saudi, because the sole reason that I love that screaming and, like at this time, Fundora, that is what he makes the fight. That it builds the momentum for the fighter. Mm-hmm. And in Saudi, it builds the momentum for money. Money is not everything in boxing.
Mm.